Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. Because we're doing well, we're having a wonderful day on this. Okay, before that, we have to start on this part two of Shameless. I should have token notes. Shit, I don't have a pen nearby. Okay. Okay, I'm tipsy a little bit. I'm tipsy a little bit. Okay, so the first episode is. Sorry, guys, I should have done this without. This is the behind the scenes, so you're gonna see what I'm doing, which is masturbation. You don't see my hand, huh? You wonder why, huh? You see the movement of my hand. Okay, don't worry. Don't worry. Or do worry, cause do worry. No, Sepia, I'm a bit tipsy. I'm sorry. When am I sorry? Fuck you. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I have Sepia. Okay. DMC. Okay. Asman. Good. Fuck yeah, baby. Okay, so 6. I love this episode so much. Going on Sheila Dev. Okay, so much. Episode. Why did I love this episode so much? I don't remember why I wrote that. Okay, that's going on Sheila Dev. We have more of Sheila development, and it's actually really, really cool because the whole episode is about. Okay, yeah. Carl is a killer. Yeah. I remember this episode now. Ugh, fuck. Nazdrovia. Yums. There's still snowstorm outside, by the way. If you were wondering, which you're not. Oh well, that's life. So we got the whole thing about Carl. Carl misbehaved. They need to see a parents, but they don't have a parents. So Fiona comes in and she's like, "Yo, what can I help you with?" It's like, "No, we want the parents." And his only parent is Frank, right? So it's actually a really cool thing because this is the beginning of Fiona wanting to adopt the 5 children, right? She always had taken care of them, but then if she does, she has the legal responsibility to all of them, which she doesn't have right now, right? So, for example, right, if per example, it's tough. It's tougher. It's tough. It's tough. I'm watching DSP, so it's funny. It's tough because how can I even put this? If Fiona take care of the kid that she doesn't have to, Frank doesn't take care of the kid, it's negligence, parental negligence. But because he is Frank Gallagher, you understand that he's fucked in the head. That makes sense. That did make sense. That did make sense. Okay, perfect. So yeah, so you got this. Love this episode so much, dude. I'm terrible at this. So Sheila Dev, you miss her. Okay, yeah. So Fiona taking care of them will be legal, right? On paper, it's like a wedding. It's funny because we go about the wedding, not yesterday, but last episode, and then now we have on paper, they're together on paper versus Fiona taking care of the kids on paper. Right? You miss her when she's gone. Yeah, you miss Sheila when she's gone. Sheila has a lot to the character cast, to the shameless casts. Karen using Frank to get her in trouble, which is cool because she's really trying to. She's really trying to seduce Frank. This is the two first characters that you see naked are Fiona and Karen, and both of them have smashing bodies. Using Frank in trouble. Carl might get fired. Carl is at risk of getting expelled from the school. But the really cool thing, the really cool thing is that the director is like, "Yo, I had 17 of you Gallaghers. There's just 5. There's just so much trouble, and it's Southside, baby. There's a pride weed Southside. I love this show. I love this show so much. Not so much the later season because we're talking about the F surge shit like that, and I'm not so much, but still, right? Even in the first one, we're talking about the. I don't know. It's in this episode actually. So Frank is like, "Yo, so Fiona's like, please come to the reunion parents because to the reunion meeting the parent, please be there." And like, I don't do school. And Fiona asks him why, and it's like, "Yo, there," and he gives you the speech of Fight Club. It's just a bunch of people raised by women. There's no you talk about identity, you talk about pronouns, which remember the show was some way before. So like, holy shit, this is a smart conversation. Once again, showing the smartness of the smartness not in the word, but the intelligence of Frank, right? Which is super important. Okay, cool. Trouble, get caught. Frank, that okay, yeah. Lip get caught, and it sucks because the whole episode is about the Lip business. So Lip takes an exam for other people, which is basically a subplot of Lip being very smart, and he gets caught, which is a subplot of him being mentored by a smart guy. So the spoiler, the actual guy that's gonna take care of Lip is not the same guy. This guy I like more, and he's just like, yo, Lip, you're brilliant, I can use you. And you see that this guy's a bit crooked. And what's cool is Lip's also a bit crooked. So the two of them actually work together pretty well, and they have this nice chemistry that I don't see with Lip and Yoren. I don't like Yoren. I do not like Yoren. We're going to be learning about later. Lipsy get caught, which means that the last test that he took wasn't permitted, right? But it's also important because it leads to some character development for Carl. So Lip fuck up leads to Carl getting better. Frank doesn't show up for Sam, which is sucks because okay, so what I don't say is there's people that are looking for Frank and they're like, yo, you owe us money, you owe us $6,000, right? And it's cool. It's really cool because Karen find the people and it's like, yo, I'm gonna tell them that you're here if you don't come to the reunion with me, and it's a really heartbreaking part because then you got the you go to the school and then it's end up being the Steve is the father figure that shows up. The nicest thing with Steve is you see a poster or a memorabilia from the Grateful Dead, which are huge potheads. Most of the people that are watching Grateful Dead are pothead, and again, I'm not judging, but you know, and then he's talking about it, and they smoked weed together, which is actually super sweet. So yeah, so actually pretty sweet. The sad part is, yeah, they see Frank in the school, and they see Frank, and Frank is like, "Yo, how is it, right? How are people?" And it's one of the moments where Frank is a shitty father. He's really a shitty father. So they see him as the father as there, and you see it's really sweet because Carl and Deb are too young to understand. So you see Carl and Deb saying, "Hi, Dad," which is something. There's something about it. Like, I don't know. I remember what episode, but there's a moment that happened, right? And even then, he doesn't get a high. He doesn't get a high, which is actually pretty sad. But it's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty fucking good, and I don't know. It's just a sad thing because you realize how much is shitty. Lips and Ian, you see, Lips and Ian don't give a fuck, but Fiona still have some hope, and you understand that's why in a couple episodes, right? So you see Frank and you see that he's there for Karen. It's like, and the worst thing is like, yo, we're happy that you came, but not for our kids, which sucks. But it's heartbreaking, you know. Frank owes money, so run away. Carl at the end. So one of the exam comes from a guy, and he wants to fuck up Lips, and he brings him on the window. He's gonna kill Lips, and then Carl saved the day, which is actually super cool. Now we got episode 7. We got Frank funeral, right? But in season 11. Now the funny thing with the Frank funeral in season 11, Frank died. Surprise, spoiler. Also, the coolest thing about the last episode of the series is Father Frank Forever Grateful. Forever Grateful. So Father Frank Forever Grateful is also the name of the last episode. Just a little wink. Frank Finoba in season 1, great stuff because it's always about hiding. Yeah, he's hiding from the two guys. They said, okay, well, we need to pretend like he's dead. This is where we see that V is super smart. She knows the pills, which is really cool because we're once again we're trying to hide that Frank is dead because he owes money. So it's not super interesting episode, but it's a super cool episode. It's more entertaining than that character dev. We got more about the Ian Mickey relationship begins, which is really cool because so basically what happened is Mickey always steal from the store, and then the girlfriend of Cash, which is crazy, she comes in and she's like, I'm tired of you getting sold. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna train you how to shoot a gun, right? So he trained her to shoot a she teaches her how to shoot. So Mickey comes in and he gets a gun, and then Mickey's like, Takashi, you don't have the balls to shoot me, and he steals the gun. So then Ian's like, holy shit, I need to get the gun back because Mickey's crazy. When he gets the gun, he started with fucking with Mickey. But that's also Mandy protecting Ian versus her brother. And this is the first end that Mandy and her family, she's kind of being not well treated, which is we'll learn later on, which is it's pretty sad. Mickey begins. Fiona and Steve get away. It's super cool because they go to a fucking hotel, and actually there's a really cool moment because Kevin being a bro to he's being a bro to Steve, and it's like, yo, this is how Southside Girl works. I'm gonna tell you because Steve come from a fucking rich family, so he doesn't understand, right? It's cool. I like that. I like that there's a bro moment. One of the best moments actually of the first season is I'm gonna tell you after. I cannot spoil that. I spoiled a lot of things already. Getaway. The Getaway is super cute because it's the first time that Fiona had a break, and the first couple of season, you know that Fiona has a character that's kind of broken, and you wanna see the best for her because she's super kind. She's super kind. Oh yeah. Then the end is they need to go away, so they put Liam with Sheila, and Sheila is it's the first time that she really cares about. We see her caring about the baby and seeing fall in love with Liam and how nice she is to Liam and how much she cares about him. And the nice thing, the nicest thing with that is that it's insane. It's really really insane. It's amazing because then you're gonna meet a character called I don't remember, I think it's Esme, but you're gonna meet a baby character and Sheila will take care of him a lot. So this is a first hint at Sheila being a protective mom. 8, we got Frank that's trying to stop drinking, right? Which something that we show and see another season. But it's really funny because there's a lot of cash involved, which is the motivation for it. Frank Lip, if you get to college. So again, the guy who caught Lip cheating is like, yo, when I go to college, and we see him, and it's kind of cool because the teacher is actually really protective over Ian. Like, you see that girl right now, you're gonna knock her up, or you're gonna knock up a girl like her someplace else. And at the end, Lips is a father because he had unprotected sex and he knock up a girl. So the guy was right, and he really cares about Lips. Like, yo, you're smart. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you because you're smart, right? And I fucking love that because again, it's not a relationship of I care about you. It's a relationship of you're smart. You need to protect that, right? And that's a proof that the guy is after knowledge. The cup which happened. Fiona, horrible job. Yeah, Fiona is supposed to get money, so she goes to a job, which is actually quite sad because people are sexualizing her, and that's why she cries. Fiona cries a lot, but you understand why she cries, you know? It's actually really sad. We learn more about Ethel. So Ethel is okay. So basically, what happened is, Kev and V are also looking for money, so they adopt this kid. And Kev is about, yo, I want to get married, but I also want kids. And V's like, oh, I'm not sure I want kids. I'm not sure I want kids, which is actually a really sad thing and in the end. So V is hard to convince to have kids, and when she's convinced and when she's want to have kids, we learn that she's not able to have kids. Which is actually a really sad thing because you like V. And V would have been a fantastic mom. She's a fantastic mom, actually. I'm not gonna say why, but you're gonna see that's fucked up. Ethel, which is the one that adopt her. She's like, okay, well, you take care of her, we're gonna pay you, right? And then you learn that she was part of a sex cult. She's a kid. She's also taking care of. She's always taking care of cleaning the house. You feel bad for Ethel. Ethel is a victim, you know, in this one, and because Kevin V are trying to help her out, but she's actually really sweet. Karen trying to protect her mom. Yeah, it's really sweet because Karen, she's trying to protect her mom with her father, and she's like, yo, don't treat her like that. So there's a scene where Kevin and V are about to get married, right? And Sheila's like, yo, I'm gonna go. And her father, Eddie, the father of Karen, her husband, her ex-husband, he makes fun of her. It's like, yeah, sure, you're gonna go. And then Karen's like, yo, if you say that again, I'm gonna cut your throat while you sleep. You know, which is pretty cool. I like Karen now. I don't know about season 2. Maybe I'm gonna hate her later on, but I don't know. Protect her mom. Ask Lip. Yeah. So Lips and Karen are fucking, which is actually super important in the story. She asks, what are we? Like, we're just friends. And you can see that she likes him. But at the same time, it's weird because she fucks other guys. It's a weird thing, but they're young, you know. She trouble. Yeah, she's trouble. We learn about Steve Double Life how he has a fucking wife. So Fiona finds a text from somebody, which is Candace. There's actually the real wife of Steve. Um, but he's part of a. So Steve is actually kind of a sad character. Steve was put in a house where he was expected to do greatness. He didn't want to do greatness, so Steve still cars, right? Which is in season one. This is how they meet. Steve, Fiona tells Steve, "Oh, you're boring." It's like, no, I'm not boring. I still cars, right? And it sucks because it sucks because that leads to a very big problem we're going to see later on. But at the same time, you don't want that for Fiona. Fiona deserves better than a cheating bastard, but he's not cheating. He's not. Oh my god, it's complicated. I don't think he's cheating. I don't think it's cheating if you're taking advantage. If you're not the person being cheated on. If the person is in a relationship, you're not being cheated on. You know that you cheat with. You know, I don't know. But yeah, so Steve Double Life, where we learn his name is Jimmy. 9, we got more of Steve Double Life. Debbie gets involved. So it's like, yo, I know your real name. Can I snitch? Can I snitch? Can I snitch? And then the best thing about it is Steve kind of buys her. Then the weirdest thing is Deb is like, yo, okay, you can buy me, no problem. I'm gonna need some things, and it's kind of smart because Debbie is really good with money, and so far the character development of Deb is not that great in the season one, but she's a kid, so it's normal. But she's like, oh, how do I know that you care for my sister? And at first she's like, oh, I'm really gonna snitch, but then tells her, oh, I bought a house, and he buy the house next to the Gallagher house. That way she can live, they can live together, but she's still close to his family. So he's really caring about Fiona. He really cares about her. It's like, yo, I'm gonna buy a house next to you, so you're gonna be able to do whatever you need to do, and that's it, right? That's pretty much it. See, by the house next to the G's, yeah, G's Gallagher. Frank's on the hunt for cash. Okay, so he gets a call, say, hey, we owe you money. If you can get Monica to sign, we'll give you cash. So he goes on the hunt for Monica, which is the mother of Shameless, the mother of the kids, right? They all have the same mother, which is crazy. No. Well, yes, they all have the same mom. They all have the same dad. There you go. On the hunt for cash, and Monica, he gets Sheila to call. And I write X in as a douche because Sheila likes him, and he's using Sheila to call his ex that he still loves. That's actually a really big douche move, right? Kev wants to adopt Ethel, right? Because we see Ethel, and now she was basically a victim, and even V to some degree, she's like, yo, if you clean my apartment, I'll clean next week. And at the end, like, yo, she's not gonna be here next week. Why are you lying to her? And V's like, yo, it makes her happy, you know? And that's true, but still, you shouldn't lie, right? And that's pretty much it. We have the introduction of Monica. Really emotional reunion at the G's. Yeah. So we got Cash and Shoot Mickey. Now the really emotional. It's probably my favorite moment in season 1 is Monica goes back to the Gallagher's house and it goes in and it's like, oh, Liam, Carl, Deb, and then it's funny because Ian and the whole show, and that's a big spoiler. That's a big spoiler. So that's a huge spoiler. So if you don't want to listen to spoiler, don't listen to the next 3 minutes. So what happened is, Monica, they always say, oh, Ian is the same as Monica. And it ends up being so true because Ian ends up being bipolar. And Monica is bipolar. So the whole thing that was wrong with Monica, the reason why she's crazy is because she's bipolar. Now, I'm not saying that you're crazy if you have bipolar, but the whole reason that we were led to believe that she's crazy is because she's bipolar. So it's kind of hard. And she comes in, and Ian still like her. And then it's kind of cool because the only one that doesn't like her is Lips. And Lips is actually... Early Lips is complicated. Early Lips is going to be the father figure, if you will. They take care of the kids and he's going to do whatever he needs, which is also an asshole. Like, no, don't do that. See, for example, when Frank's trying to get sober, or he's pretending to be sober, right? He's really nice to the kids. And Lips tell the kids, yo, you know he's not going to be nice forever. That's an asshole thing to do, but it's a good thing to do. It's a tough thing to do. It's a good thing to do. When I was a kid, my father used to hit me because I didn't listen otherwise, right? It was a hard thing to do, but it was a good thing to do. That's pretty much it. So we got the super emotional reunion, and it's like, oh, I love you so much. And then Fiona gets involved, and Fiona's like, oh man, this moment. can do it. So she's like, I miss you so much. And Fiona's like, you don't even know who you are. And then Monica says, oh, Fiona, I missed you. And she says, to Fiona, she said, I'm here now. She's like, where were you when he was getting it? And then she talked about how proud she is of her siblings. And then it's the wine, guys. It's the wine. It's not me. It's not me. It's the wine. She talks about how Fiona, how proud she is, and how smart and amazing her sibling is. And then Monica's like, oh, they needed you. And then Fiona said, I needed you. And Fiona said, I need you too. I'm your daughter too. Which means that, because the problem with Monica, she comes in and she's really caring about Ian, Carl, and Liam. And the reason for that is because she knows that she can still find a relationship with them. They're still young. And Fiona's like, I needed you. And it's tough, dude. It's tough to watch. And then you can see Fiona crying, and it's really emotional, right? Okay. Episode number 10. We got Monica coming back in the house. Actually really good because... Sorry, guys. Yummy. Yum. Yum. Oops. Fuck it. Whew. So got back Monica had come in the house, right? We see how the character manage, right? And it's cool because you see Monica and they're actually like a good family. So when Frank gets sober, you actually act him as a good father, which is really cool because you see that those people were destroyed by drugs and substance abuse, right? My apologies. They try to act up the kid, and it sucks because Monica comes in with a character called Roberta. Roberta is a lesbian. She's a black woman, and she wants to get Liam because Liam is black, right? So she's like, "Oh, this could be my son because he's black. He's black." And before you call her racist, she's dating a white girl, so chill. So Monica comes in and she's trying her best, and there's really more that she's trying. And then Lips doesn't want to eat the food, and she comes and run after Lips, and she's like, I miss you so much. How are you? And if anything, Monica is actually a really good character. Monica really cares. Monica is actually really caring versus her kids. There's a moment in season 10. There's a moment we're going to be watching it later because it doesn't make sense if I say it now, but... I don't know. Because she really cares. She's a good mom. She's a good mom and a bad mom. It wouldn't make sense when I'm going to tell you. She goes to Lips, and Lips also does this, the hard thing. Lips, like, next time you think about coming back, don't. Because he knows that she's going to hurt them. See, the problem with Lips, with Monica, is he knows that no matter what... So, it's actually kind of good. So, for example, right, we see that Monica... And there's even a moment where we learn about how Monica was a shitty parents. And Ian is getting fucked by Mickey. Or he's fucking Mickey, I don't know. It's not precise yet. I don't understand. I don't know. Because... I don't know. I don't understand. Because, see, Lips, you really have to understand the series to understand what's going on. So Lips tell the kids, Frank's not gonna be like that forever. It's not gonna be nice forever. Don't get used to it, and to be him being nice. And then he understand that Monica will not be there forever. For she'll leave, and you kind of see that. I think it's in season 2 or season 3. But yeah, and then it's really tough. So it's really tough, and you see Lips how much he suffered. So for example, okay, we'll get into it. Okay, perfect. So when he tells Monica don't come back, he's afraid that she's gonna hurt him again, but mostly hurts Carl and them. So what exactly happened is they learned that Frank was looking for cash, and that's why he got Monica and come back in her life. And Lip is actually mad. It's mad at Frank. He hates him. Once again, it's not anger because Frank's an asshole. You know that Frank's an asshole, but because he's trying to protect his brother and sister. You know. Um. Okay, Monica tried the kid. Tried to adopt the kid. Tried really hard. We got Karen Ball. How can I forget that? We got Karen Ball, which is again about the purity, which I talk about. So basically, they tell it's a confessional. She talks about how sexual she is, and her father calls her a whore, which is the there's already a trouble Karen because of the mom, because of Lips, and that's the drop that makes the bottle explode, right? Betrayal, but it's sad because you see the father, and this is the first time that you see them close. The whole first season they're not close, and then for the first time they're close. It's sad, and the reason why she does about because she was gonna have a new car, so you can tell, oh, she's not cool, but who gives a shit what you got, what you do something. Oh, for example, when I you see, when I did my baptism, I was a baby. When I did my confirmation, I was a kid. My first communion, I was a kid. My parents wanted me to do a confirmation, but I didn't believe because my religion wasn't a part of my family. They never talk about God. They never went to church. And my father to convince me like, oh, I'm gonna give you. There's gonna be a lot of gifts. We're gonna give you a lot of gifts. Like I don't care, you know. Then again, if I was a bit less of a, I was more bit more materialistic, I would have been, oh, okay, I'm gonna do it, you know. Can Bob betrayal, Lips, yes, Ian and Lips get tested to see the DNA because they want to prove that Frank is the father. So what's going on is Roberta keeps saying because the baby is black, Ian is not, Liam is not her. I just spoiled it. Oops. So they do a test, and then out of the whole group, there's one kid that's not Frank's, and it's Ian, and Ian ends up being the brother of Frank, which we meet later on, which is super cool. So yeah, Ian is not the son of Frank, and it's not, but he's still the same. It doesn't matter. And you see that's the craziest thing because Frank is such a shitty father that they don't care. Um, Monica, Ian get half bro, yeah, half bro, and Monica leaves. I wrote Monica leave but leave the kids. Oh, Monica leaves, yeah. She leaves the house, but she leaves the kid to Fiona, which she takes Liam with her. And then there's a really sweet moment where Fiona Fiona looks at Monica and she just doesn't want to say thank you because Monica doesn't deserve it, but she kind of gesture a thank you, you know, which is really cool. And it's crazy because Monica was a good enough parent to realize that she wasn't a good parent. It takes a lot to realize that you're not a good parent. Like, for example, a lot of people don't give a shit, right? But, for example, Monica, she has a lot of issues. And it takes so much strength to say, you know what, I cannot take care of you, right? Go to the bathroom and I'll be right back. Sorry about this. We had I took a long break now, which was a mistake because I don't know where we are. So what happened was I usually like to have a video downloading or uploading because it's just easier to micromanage when you have one versus you doing a lot. Plus, when you do a lot, it takes a lot more time. So now, for the first time, we had no thing downloading. So now what we're doing is we are saving. Okay, the first one is the computer. We're uploading to the gaming channel. This one we're uploading from the we're good. Should do a short bit about that. Okay, so let's head here, and we'll do a short.